Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Chit Chat with QUIQU, talking finance and business. All right, today we're going to be talking about a SWOT analysis benefits related to daily life. Okay, what is a SWOT analysis? This is used in businesses to analyze their strengths, their weaknesses, their opportunities, and their threats. It's pretty much for making ways to improve the business in all functions. It's pretty much also a way to help the corporation become more marketable. All right, so we're going to go to the next slide. The next slide is analyzing creates awareness. So we were talking about the SWOT analysis. I'm talking about a SWOT analysis when applying it to your daily life. So look at your finances and determine the amount you pay out monthly. I'm giving suggestions, and I hope I am giving suggestions that can help enhance your life. Maybe if you cannot use these suggestions, maybe there's somebody else who you know and you can pass this information on. So what can you do to save and budget better and clear debt? What are your short and long-term goals for finance? So we're pretty much talking about how you can do better in managing your money. There are many scenarios that we read about all the time and that we hear about all the time of people who've mismanaged money. We're talking about everyday life people, and we're talking about celebrities. So what is your credit score? How can I start to build it up? We're talking about your credit score, or keep it good. What has prevented you from succeeding? So if you pretty much know the things when you're analyzing your own personal assessment, what to do, then you can figure out a better way to help yourself. And also, as I told you earlier in the previous slides, we talked about businesses and the importance of having a savings and a checking account. You can see my prior video, and also broke is no joke. You can look at that also. We're just talking about regular general conversation. We're going to advance on, but we're just talking about the fundamentals for right now. So I hope this will help you as far as doing better money management techniques. All we can do is start. There's many different scenarios, and this might seem very basic to some people. Some people might be more on point than others, but it is a regular format and it is handy. Sometimes writing out things, and there are also charts that you can use to help you analyze yourself better. I will provide that at a later time, but it is helpful. The next slide, this is business and finance principles. We talked about it earlier. This is a chart. I got this, obtained this from online. Within the organization, we're talking about you as an organization, as your personal life. However many organizations, companies use this strategy. Again, we talked about strengths. What do you do better than your competitors? Your weaknesses. Where do you need to improve? What are your chances in the future? That's about opportunities. And threats. What obstacles do you face? And we have up top here, it says within the organization. And then we have at the bottom, outside of the organization. So nothing that I told you was incorrect. I'm just giving you a layout right here. I obtained this through online, but it's factual. When I was in business school, this was a concept that they used in undergrad as well as graduate school, and it still applies today. Nothing has changed, just more updated innovation. But definitely a fundamental principle. I believe it was established in the 60s, but it's still an ongoing technique that they use today. All right, and like I said in the prior videos I did, I was discussing the importance of having a checking account and having savings accounts and having more than one, because every month we have bills, and you might pay your bills out of one account, and there's so many auto deducts and different things going on. So it's hard to stay organized. So you can have your one account for paying out your bills, and you can have your other account for savings, and maybe a better structure for handling your money that you have left over. It's a lot going on, even when it's just yourself. So I'm just giving you some suggestions on how to do better techniques when handling your money. Cash handling is everything. We do that daily. We do it on a retail level, on a business level, on a personal level. It just doesn't stop. Learn how to handle your money so that other people are not trying to get over on you. I mean, in this world, we want it to be black and white. We want everything to be with integrity, but you have to be aware and learn the fundamentals and continue to go over taking the steps in fundamentals so that people don't try to rip you off. So we're talking about types of checking and savings accounts. All right, so I laid this out, and it has prepaid. That's what we're discussing first. Does not require credit check. No borrowing. No debt, no overdraft protection, easy approval, does not build credit, good beginning, foundation. Example, Cash App is an example of a prepaid checking. Venmo and Chime. Chime is also in the category of internet banking. They're doing a lot right now, but we're going to go on to the next one. Traditional accounts. When we talk about the traditional accounts, we're talking about the big names you see daily. I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, so PNC is a Pennsylvania-based bank, so they're huge in our state. Then there's also Chase. Chase is big. These banking institutions have actual physical locations. The physical locations are referred to as branches. More powerful with helping you get financing, such as a house loans, auto loans, major credit cards, etc., counseling, retirement options with hands-on effect. So you can talk to people on the phone, but sometimes when you're doing different business, you may need to go into the branch, make an appointment. That's a quicker way to handle your business. If you have an appointment, it's professional. They'll get you squared away quicker. You don't have to wait for a crowd. When you randomly walk in, you might just subject yourself to having to wait in the lobby and wait for the availability of the next person that handles your specific area that you're inquiring about. And then I remember as far as with a traditional account, I opened up a business banking account, and once upon a time you can do it online, but now you have to go in person. So I had to go in person. I had to show them my EIN, show them my document information, and then they were able to help me get an account. The reason why I had to show them this information, they said it was a lot of fraud going on. So when dealing with business accounts, this is just their requirement. It's safer that way. It protects you, the entity, as far as your little company, and it also protects the banks. It prevents fraud, no shady activity. All right, next we have internet banks, and here's an asset: better interest rates, remote cash deposits, instant online access to statements and transactions, more prone to hacking, lack of in-person support, limited cash deposit, app outage issues, and limited curve if you are not tech savvy. I mean, some of us are tech savvy, some of us are not. My mom, she's getting more tech savvy. My father, he did not come up in that time, so I have to do all of his information online. It's just becoming a tech world. A lot of things are online. My dad, he doesn't even care about a phone. He's not a tech guy, but he's improved. So that's just life. Suggestions for better money management. Like I said, I'm just running this down. I hope this is helpful information. If it's not helpful, let me know. If I can do something better, you can let me know. I do not know if I am able to help somebody unless you give me feedback. So leave a comment if you need me to discuss a topic or if you need a better explanation of what I am providing here. All right, so suggestions for better money management or handling. Have a prepaid for daily spending. So we talked about the different accounts. That's when I'm saying prepaid, that's what I'm referring to. So for gas, for lunch, for emergency money. Okay, we know where we work at or we know where we're commuting. So emergencies can occur as far as something minor or something big. I don't know. You might obtain a flat while you're trying to get to your destination, and somebody might need to take a nail out of your tire and patch it up. That's a situation that I've had occur. So you need to have a couple of extra dollars to pay the man to fix that for you. All right, traditional bank accounts for savings and growing your money and relationships. It's about who you know and what you know. There are many different types of accounts. I just gave you a layout. Traditional, internet, prepaid. But when we come down to the traditional, I have a mortgage. My mortgage company, if I've had different mortgages, I've had mortgage. My bank was with Wells Fargo, and then that particular contract was bought out, and now my mortgage company is PNC Bank. So, but with having a mortgage through them, I do get extra incentives that they provide me with because we have that relationship and they currently have my mortgage. So pretty much they know I'm not going anywhere. And also when it comes to traditional banking, I know some of this stuff might sound boring, but you need a bank account, you need a credit card. Sometimes when you're renting a hotel room out for the day or for the night or for vacation, they want you to have a standard credit card, MasterCard, Visa card, American Express. It's vital. Sometimes you just need that particular card, or if you travel, you need to use that type of card. That is the requirement. And then if you're traveling and you're flying and something occurs with the airport, you might need to have a major credit card with a good balance on it just in case something occurs and you need to travel and charge an additional ticket or alter your ticket to help you expedite getting home sooner. Time is money. I'm not sure what your situation is. There are some people that are retired. Good for you. I'm not retired yet. I'm not at the age category. However, I do not want to be at the traditional age category that they consider retirement age. But we'll get into that at a later time. So, anyway, when I was talking about having a credit card, you need a credit card is important. Soon as you go to the hotel, the first thing they ask you to do, may I have your license, which is your identification, or your passport, and may I have a major credit card so that they can charge the room. Instantly, soon as you check in, they're going to tell you and inform you that there is a hold that they're going to put on a card. They charge you a little fee. It's $100 as soon as $100 or more as soon as you check out and everything is good. That money will go back to your card in a short time frame, in a few days once you check out. But that's called a security deposit. That's most banks. Most hotel chains. That's what they do. All right, so there's online banking options, but look into them and see who meets your expectations. So they're all good. Nothing is wrong with either of them, but you have to use them all to your best to see what works for you. Final message. Financial awareness will help improve your money management with cash flow, assets, and liabilities. So we're pretty much talking accounting talk right here. We'll talk about that later. But is important. Your budget goals will improve. Example, budget for vacation. So you put money aside. You are more conscientious when you're making plans. I've been on cruises. I've went to resorts. I've traveled. I traveled abroad. I've traveled locally. And there's nothing worse than coming home with your last dollar and owing a bill. So if you plan for your vacation and you save it in advance and you put together how much your vacation is going to be and you have your vacation amount saved up, then you don't come home to a bill and it's less stress. Better debt management. Less stress, more organized, and awareness help you plan for emergencies and life-changing events. We're in a shaky economy. People can lose their jobs. Also, people can get injured on the job. That's beyond your control. You can be injured. There's also, you can get sick, a medical condition beyond your control. So you have to plan in advance. We're not saying anything is going to happen, but you do have to take into consideration that things occur that is beyond our control. So we take our little protocol steps, and that way it is a better chance that we are able to overcome obstacles that can occur as we're living our regular lives. So that is everything. I hope I've been helpful. These are suggestions. I am not a financial advisor. I am just a person trying to get my information out here. I hope I've been helpful. If this is helpful to anybody that you think can use this information, please show them the information, send it to them, like and subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Again, YouTube family, I thank you for your time. It's very appreciated. I thank you for all that you do. I thank you for helping me grow this channel. I hope you have a blessed day and take care. Thank you for watching.